Hi, welcome to Operating System Chapter 2. And what we're gonna discuss about in Chapter 2 is about the operating system itself and the functionalities and services that are provided in Chapter 2 in the operating systems. Okay, so most of you have used an operating system before, I'm pretty sure of it. And some of you are very familiar with the graphical user interface, right? So a graphical user interface is what we see on the screen. We have the start button, we have the menu, the nice little looking icons. These are all graphical user interface for us to use. But there is also other types of user interfaces. Most of you have used a handphone, and on the handphone there is a touch screen user interface. Basically, today we have some computers or laptops that are built in with a monitor that supports a touch screen uh, user interface. But some of you have used this before, but not all of you have used it. Mostly it's called the command line interface. Now, the command line interface is something that you would touch on, would type a command to run a particular command, right? So, we'll be covering a lot of the services here. Please download the slides and read through the slides. And this video is meant as a supplement to the class, and we'll probably have a quiz on chapter 2 after reviewing the slides and the video, right? Okay, let's continue. There is some kind of a program execution that's running on the system. When this happens, the system must load the particular program into memory and run it, and run that program and execute it, and provide certain details about the program, right? An operating system also provides certain operations, file system manipulation, communication, and basically error detection that's occurring in the process. Right? Um, the, there's so many things that the operating system provides. Mostly in the lower level, there are certain things like resource allocation. How many you see. I mean, the operating system have to decide how CPU resources are being used, how memory is being used, how storage, files, where is it being kept, how do we access this hard disk and other IO devices that's on it. All along, it will also keep track of certain things, logging of activities, right? What users are using, how users are using it, how much memory is left, how much processing power is being used. All of this is being logged into the system. Yeah, most operating system today also provides protection and security through accessing its files, network security, IO devices, and etc. But so in a big picture, the operating system provides the several layers of functionality here. On the top of it, we see users and other system programs. These are mostly where all the programming, your browser, your Microsoft Word, your presentation files, all of this would sit on the most top layer. Now, how we will interface it is what we call on the user interface is through a GUI, touchscreen, command line. Right, there will be some libraries that will interact with the operating system, system calls, which allows programs that's being developed by the users to access lower level services, right? For example, the IO operation, file system, communication, resource allocation, accounting, information. When we're we talk about accounting here, it's not about money, but mostly about how statistics, statistic information about how much memory is left and etc. Protection and security, and error detection particularly. All of these services is what is available in an operating system, and the operating system basically interact with the hardware which sits on the lowest level of this, right? So a command line interface, right, requires basically what we call a command line interpreter, right? So when we are dealing with a user interface that is CLI, right, uh, whatever commands we put in must be interpreted, otherwise the computer doesn't know what command we are giving into it. So the computer actually takes in some specific commands that are built into the operating system, and uh, in uh, in most cases, for Windows and Linux, there is a specific shell that helps us interact with this. I will show you the one on Linux particularly. It has a specific command structure like this. You can put in a command like this, and it will output certain information here. Now Windows have the same thing too, right? So what I'm going to show you is basically how where Windows command structure is, right? Now the Windows CLI basically sits, you can type it as command, and you can see a user interface here, and it will take certain commands like DRI, will list down the directory. If ipconfig will list down the particular internet IP links, right? So we'll continue again later with other GUI UI interface in the coming 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 slides, right? uh, I'll see you again.